facing your Wednesdays. Wednesdays. For some people, it's just the middle of the week. But for me, Wednesdays are something different. It's a test day. It's a day when I step in a boxing ring, not just to fight someone else, but to face my own weaknesses and fears. A year ago, on a Wednesday, I woke up with only one thing on my mind: sparring. Who would I fight? Who would I face? Who would be my partner? What's my plan? What's my strategy? How would I act, react, and hopefully win? That day, I went to boxing gym, ready to go. My usual sparring partner, Jesus, is a 6 feet tall guy, over 200 pounds, strong as an ox. His punches are not always accurate, but when he lands, you feel like you kissed a train at a full speed. My plan was simple: stay light on my feet, avoid his heavy punches, and outmaneuver him by scoring the points. That plan worked before, and I was sure it will work this time. As we progressed towards the ring, the bell rang and the round started. Everything went according to the plan. My coach was yelling, "Come on, Yusif, good job, Yusif." Everyone was cheering my name. People usually call me Jose. It motivates me even more. I'm outmaneuvering Jesus. My strategy really works, and I'm really happy. But when the second round started, my own overconfidence and the cheers got into my head. I started lowering my hands. I started praying a lot with Jesus. And I said, well, since I'm safe, and since there's no way Jesus is gonna land, let me do something. Let me set up a move. Let me go for his head, assuming that he will go for my head so I can counter with body punch. But instead, Jesus went for my body. In a second, everything went black. I opened my eyes and I found myself on my knees. The first thing I did, I yelled. I never yelled that hard in my life. I had previously broken bones. I had injuries. I had surgeries. Nothing hurts more than a broken rib. The moment when I was on my knees, I right away looked at my coach, stood up, and told, "Uno más, one more round." He said, "No, Jose, no, that's enough. Please, por favor, uno más." He agreed, okay. And I started going at Jesus again. This time I'm angry, I'm going with everything I got. So I'm covering my left side and going with the left shots. But I'm not scoring anything. At this moment, I'm angry at Jesus, at myself, at the stupid mistake that I made. I lost that round. But most importantly, I lost to myself. The next 6 months were the hardest of my life. I couldn't work out. I couldn't think properly. I couldn't move properly. With the broken rib, the thing is that every time you sit down, every time you stand up, every time you talk, everything hurts constantly. I lost all the motivation and I lost everything that made me who I was. But I made a promise that day that the moment I do 5 pull-ups, I will be back. So imagine me every day going to the gym, looking at people, looking around, looking at the bar, and going back. I wasn't doing anything for a couple of months. But eventually, through constantly going to the gym and doing nothing, I started eventually working out. 1 pull-up, second, third, fourth, fifth. The moment I hit 5 pull-ups, I said, I'm ready. I went back to boxing gym. I saw Jesus there, always training, very consistent person. I asked him, Jesus, would you like to fight again? Would you like to spar again? He looked at me very in hesitation. He said, are you sure? I said yes, even though I was shaking inside. I wasn't sure about if I can do it. So we sparred again, but this time it wasn't about outsmarting Jesus. It wasn't about showing off. It was about respecting the fight, respecting the skills, and the competition. It was about overcoming myself, not overpowering someone else. I won that round, but the winning at that point didn't mean much. We all have our own Wednesdays. We all have the days that test us, that push us to our limits. Boxing gym is easy. Broken ribs recover. It's the challenges that you face in real life. It's the time when you wake up at 4 a.m. to the call that you don't want to pick up because you don't want to hear the news. It's the performance review that you were avoiding. It's a difficult conversation with your partners. Those are the days that break your ribs. Next time you face your Wednesdays, I want you to remember that even though it will break your ribs, even though it will push you to your knees, it's always a chance to grow, to become better, and to overcome something that will push you forward. Now I'm asking you, what are your Wednesdays? What are the fights? What are the challenges that you're facing? And are you taking it with sheer confidence, but not with arrogance? Or are you avoiding it until it comes and breaks your rib? Facing your Wednesdays.